You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Hey everyone, Matt here. Just a quick reminder, there actually is a video version of this as well, available on our Facebook group, The Crop, or you can check it out on our YouTube channel. Thanks.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
All right, hello and welcome to Triviality Bloodsport, Episode 3. We are down to our final 4 contestants in our series, looking for a champion, I believe. I don't believe we said what they win. Probably a championship.
They live. It's a blood sport.
That's how it always ends, isn't it? Today, we are going to be doing a round hosted by me. I'm joined by Ken and Jeff. Neil took a little break, I guess.
Took the day off.
He was apparently eliminated.
Yeah, that was in the bonus episode that's never going to air. So Ryan, why don't you kind of give us an idea of what we're in for today?
Yes, so this episode is entitled Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
I was inspired to make this round by the early 2000s Chuck Woolery game show Greed. This will be very simple. We will give our contestants a category and then 12 options. 8 of them are correct, 4 are incorrect. They need to try to name the 8 correct answers. For each of the 8 answers they get correctly, they will get a point. And for if they will not miss, if they give an incorrect answer, they will not lose any points. If a player has a perfect round, if they name all 8 correctly, they will receive 3 bonus points. And because Erin and Joe both did not garner any strikes in the last round, they will get in any round of their choice, you get one choice, and we will tell you which one of the answers is wrong, so you know not to pick it. If you want to, you can message me over Facebook, and I will gladly do that for you and give you a wrong answer.
And Aaron, I just want to let you know I could have cut away from that, but I decided to keep the footage in.
Yes, for those watching on the video, Aaron has been turned into a cat for a moment, it appears. Having some trouble down there.
I think, excuse me, I think what Dustin normally that makes him go away. It didn't work.
It would work for me too.
All right, you've heard some of our contestants. Aaron, Dustin, Joe, and Greg are joining us, and they're ready for this round, it appears.
Well, 3/4 of them are ready, it appears.
All right.
Aaron needs to prepare for the kumite.
You guys
found out her finishing move. It's amazing.
She cries on you with tears of acid.
All right. You guys ready to start playing the game?
Yep. Not really, but
yep.
As ready as you'll ever be?
We'll see. Okay, I'm good.
All right. So round 1. Your category is Billboard Hot 100 #1 hits by the Rolling Stones.
Oh, God, of course it is.
So as Ryan said, I will read you 12 options. 8 of them are correct, and it is your duty to get the 8 correct.
If you want, for Aaron and Joe, if you want this to be we give you your wrong answer, say it before we start reading the song titles. If not, we'll save it for one of the next 4.
Can I ask real quick, are there going to be any rereads? Like, will you do the list twice while we're writing, or is it once and one and done?
We will do the list twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're not cruel. We're just making you fight to the death.
We're just unusual.
I do think I want to use my bonus on this one because this is definitely one of my weaker subjects.
I will message you an incorrect answer.
Great.
Okay, you guys ready? All right. Number 1 is Satisfaction. 2 is Angie. Number 3 is Beast of Burden. Number 4 is Miss You. Number 5 is Start Me Up. Number 6 is Paint It Black. Number 7 is Jumpin' Jack Flash. Number 8 is Emotional Rescue. Number 9 is Brown Sugar. Number 10 is Get Off of My Cloud. Number 11 is Ruby Tuesday. And number 12 is Honky Tonk Woman.
Man, that was a list that is no joke. That was all the big ones.
I'm locked in.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
I'll just give a thumbs up if it's a correct one. So
I am locked in.
All right. So the way this will work is I'll say the name of the song again, and then if you had that as one of your correct ones, just let me know that you did that.
One at a time, preferably. We can call on their names, I guess, and they'll just say yes or no.
Okay.
Or else it'll be 4 people at once going, me.
Sure. Let me just write down names in order so we can do that. Okay. All right. So for Satisfaction, Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
Yes.
And that was one of the top. That was one of the number 1 hits for Rolling Stones. Number 2, Angie. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
No.
Greg.
No.
And that was one of them.
Yes.
All right. Number.
You can say we're satisfied. Sorry.
Angie.
Number 3, Beast of Burden. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
No.
And that was not. So Greg nailed that one. Number 4, Miss You. Erin.
No.
Joe.
That's a no.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
And that was a yes.
And after the first 4, we are all tied at 2 apiece.
All right.
All right. Number 5, Start Me Up. Erin.
No.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
That one's actually a no.
Oh man! Wow. All right.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I heard of, so
These
I
are
thought
tough,
for sure
man.
that
These are really
yeah.
tough.
Windows 95 made it a hit rather than the actual albums making it a hit.
Fair enough.
That was not knowledge. That was Ryan telling me that was the.
That was the one I gave her as
Really?
not being correct.
All right.
All right. Number 6, Paint It Black. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
No.
Greg.
Yes.
And that was a yes.
Damn.
All right. Number 7, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
And this one was no.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Number 8, Emotional Rescue. Erin.
No.
Joe.
No.
Dustin.
Nope.
Greg.
No.
And that was a no, so everyone right there. All right. Number 9, Brown Sugar. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
Yes.
And that was a yes. All right, moving on to number 10, Get Off of My Cloud. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
No.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
No.
And this was a yes. Number 11, Ruby Tuesday. Erin.
Nope.
Joe.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
Yes.
So this was a yes. And finally, Honky Tonk Woman. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
No.
Dustin.
I put no.
Greg.
Yes.
This was a yes. So, what were the scores after round 1, Jeff?
Ryan's got the scores.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do have the scores. So currently, it is very close. Erin and Greg both have 6. Dustin and Joe both have 5.
All right. Round 2 category is companies in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. All right.
Erin looks like she wished she would have saved her.
It's all 50-50, so.
Fair enough. All right. Number 1, Amazon. Number 2, American Express. Number 3, Coca-Cola. Number 4, ExxonMobil. Number 5, Facebook. Number 6, GlaxoSmithKline. Number 7, Nike. Number 8, Pfizer. Number 9, Qualcomm. Number 10, United Health Group. Number 11, Visa. And number 12, Walgreens.
You have 30 seconds.
I'm locked in.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
Just speaking for myself, I would be utterly destroyed in this round. I would pretty much be just guessing.
Made 4 guesses. Yeah.
Unlearned League Business Econ is my worst category by far.
It's
I'm locked in.
Too.
Yeah, I have an econ degree, but I don't know any of these either, so don't worry about it.
I'm locked in.
Everyone is locked in, so I'll go through this the opposite order as last time. So for Amazon, Greg, what did you say?
I said yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Erin?
Yes.
This one is no.
Darn.
Really?
Number 2, American Express. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
No.
Joe?
No.
Erin?
Yes.
And this one was yes. Number 3, Coca-Cola. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
And Erin?
No.
And that one was yes. Number 4, ExxonMobil. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
And Erin?
Yes.
So this one was yes.
Return of the cat. Return of the cat.
Very much
This
like
is
the
why I
movie.
wanted my headset with the microphone.
About the movie.
What did you say?
The movie Return of the Cat.
Yeah, in the movie Bloodsport, there are a lot of random cat meows throughout the whole scene. It's never.
Every time Jean-Claude Van Damme goes down into the splits, you hear a meow.
Yes.
I don't ever want to think about that. All right, moving on to number 5 was Facebook. Greg?
No.
Dustin?
No.
Joe?
No.
And Erin?
Yep.
And this was no. All right, and number 6, GlaxoSmithKline. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Erin?
Yes.
And this was no as well.
Jeez.
I don't know what that company is. What is that company?
It's a
GSK?
pharmaceuticals company, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Fair
thought
enough.
it was a good fake option, so I put it.
Sure was. Nice job.
Yeah, you faked us.
All right, number 7, Nike. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Erin?
I said no.
This one was yes. Number 8, Pfizer. Greg?
No.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Erin?
No.
And this was yes. Number 9, Qualcomm. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
I said no.
And Erin?
I also said no.
And this one was no.
Yeah.
Number 10, United Health Group. Greg?
No.
Dustin?
No.
Joe?
I said yes.
And Erin?
Also said yes.
And this one was yes.
I knew when I crossed it, I was going to regret it.
Number 11, Visa. Greg?
Yes.
Dustin?
No.
Joe?
I said no.
And Erin?
I said yes.
And this one was on yes. And finally, Walgreens. Greg?
I said no.
Dustin?
Yes.
Joe?
I said yes.
And Erin?
I said yes.
And that was a yes.
Cool.
All right, so
I had a strategy about all the credit card companies maybe aren't on there because there was enough of them in common, and That was stupid.
Bold strategy.
Alrighty, everyone did very well on this round. Everybody got 5 and Joe got 6. So that would put Erin, Joe, and Greg up top with 11 and Dustin with 10.
All right.
Wait, did I not get 6? Did I do my math wrong?
I've got 6 for Erin.
Walgreens, Visa, United Health Group, Coca-Cola, and either Exxon or American, right?
I had that I didn't get Coke. I said Coke was not, but I said both Amex and Exxon are. I might have marked
Amex, Exxon, and then you got the last 3, which would make 5.
I had the last 4. She said no on 9.
Oh, you don't get points for saying no on something where it's
okay, gotcha. You're right.
wrong.
You're right.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Are we good?
I was trying to figure out how to ask that question.
The most you can get is 8 around, and the fewest you can get is 4.
Okay.
Got it. Cool.
Everybody gets points.
My goodness,
Yay.
what just happened here in the studio?
Did we figure out what GSK means?
Neil, where did you come from? What is this?
Oh, I was here. I was just hibernating.
And you got a plate of food too. Hold on.
That looks
Let me
delicious.
reach across here and steal a French
Can you see
fry.
that? Oh, you can't see the food. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. See, luckily
It looks homemade because it's on a fancy plate.
Delicious.
Fancy plate.
it is on a fancy plate, and it's some artist did some nice designs here on this paper plate.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it looks fancy from 800 miles away. I can't.
Al
do that.
fresco.
I'll take it.
Fair enough. Moving on to round 3. The category is Baskin-Robbins Original 31 Flavors.
Don't ask Ant-Man that.
Baskin-Robbins don't play.
Hint.
Okay, I will message Joe over Facebook a hint.
Thank you.
All right. Joe is using his hint that he earned from the last round. Or game, possibly. All right. Week. That's right. We keep wearing the same clothes. Amazing.
Consistency, it's important.
Yeah. I have my trivia outfit. That's what I wear.
Has anyone done a Michael
Do you
Douglas?
have a picture of a Psyduck?
That's
as
me.
your profile? Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Has anyone done an impression of Michael Douglas yet with this round? With this episode?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Go for it. Shoot the moon, man.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll save it.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Number 1, peanut butter fudge. Number 2, coffee. Number 3, orange sherbet or sherbet, however you want to say it. 4, grape sherbet. Sherbet? No, I can't say it right. Number 5, butter pecan. Number 6, black walnut. Number 7, peach. Number 8, rocky road. Number 9, raspberry sherbet. Number 10, maple nut. Number 11, chocolate strawberry. And number 12, pineapple sherbet.
I have also sent Joe his hint.
Is it sherbet or sherbet?
It's sherbet.
Sherbet?
Sherbet,
I've never heard it pronounced
and
that way.
sorbet are different things.
It's a very Midwest thing to call it sherbet, even though there's no extra R in there.
Okay.
Really? Because I call it sherbet, and I avoid the Midwest as much as I can.
Yeah. You know, when I'm having a pop and
Hold
putting on my gym shoes.
Something's going down in the studio again. What happened? What happened to these guys? All right. Well, I guess it's just me and Matt for now.
Yeah. They're off to try all 31 original flavors. You have 30 seconds. That's your
I'm
line,
locked
but
in.
I stole it.
I'm locked in.
I need to go over this quickly before I forget what my handwriting says.
I'm locked in.
Begrudgingly locked in, yes.
All right. Everyone is locked in. All right. So we'll start with Erin. Number 1, peanut butter fudge.
I said yes.
Joe.
I said yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
I said yes.
And this was no. No peanut butter fudge.
And away we go.
Number 2, coffee. Erin.
I said yes.
Joe.
I said yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
And that is 1 yes. Points all around. Number 3, orange sherbet. Erin.
Yep.
Joe.
I said no.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
No.
And this was one of them. Number 4, grape sherbet. Erin.
I hope not.
Joe.
I said yeah.
Dustin.
Nope.
And Greg.
Yes.
And this one was not. Number 5, butter pecan. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
Oh, jeez.
To Ryan, I said no.
Sorry, you can't see me. Jumped up and hit my koozie holding hands. Sorry.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Joe?
I said no.
Joe. Okay. Dustin.
I forgot which one we were on with all the spilling.
Oh, butter pecan, number 5.
I had yes.
And Greg.
Yes.
And this was a no.
And that was the one I gave Joe.
Yep, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And nothing spilled.
Oh, there you go.
It's a good day.
Number 6, black walnut. Erin.
No.
Joe.
I said yeah.
Dustin.
No.
Greg.
No.
And this was a yes.
So good.
What is it?
It's black walnut.
Oh, God.
I know. Number.
You seem so apologetic.
I know. Number 7, peach. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
I said yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
And that is yes. Number 8, Rocky Road. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
I said no.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
Yes.
And that one was one. Yes. I went to school with a girl named Rocky Rowe. Really.
That is unfortunate.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate.
Yeah. She's doing all right, I hear. It's fine.
Did she punch you a lot?
No. She got called to the principal's office a lot because I remember hearing her name repeatedly. So it was kind of rough.
That sticks.
You could say it's even Rocky.
I won't say that, no. Number 9, raspberry sherbet. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
I said yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
All right, and that was one, yes. Number 10, maple nut. Erin.
Yes.
Joe.
I said yes.
Dustin.
Yes.
And Greg.
Yes.
And that was one, yep.
Okay.
All right, chocolate strawberry. Number 11, Erin.
I said no.
Joe.
I said no.
And Dustin.
Crossed it out.
Greg.
No.
All right, not fooling anyone. That was not one of them. And finally, number 12, pineapple sherbet. Erin.
No.
Joe.
I said yeah.
Dustin.
No.
And Greg.
No.
And this was one of them.
Gross.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I'd eat
Seems
it.
weird to be made up.
All right, Ryan, what were the scores after round 3?
So it's looking a little bit like this. Everyone got 6 except Greg, who got 5. So Erin and Joe currently lead with 17. Dustin and Greg have 16. Still very tight. Moving into round 4.
Round 4 category is events of the 1970s,
Oh, come on.
which does not include my birth. Or
Were any of us even alive in any part of the 70s?
No.
It does include my birth.
My parents were.
oh, there you go.
I was alive for a bunch of it, so.
Okay, so events during Dustin's lifetime.
Right.
Were you a baby disco king?
Yes.
That's
I was
safe
a
to say.
dancing fool.
When he wasn't wrapped in swaddling clothes, he was given a leisure suit.
As was Jesus, actually. It's a very weird translational oddity in the Gospel of Mark, but it's very interesting.
It turns out you can be swaddled in LeMay.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a runway on Drag Race next season. Category is swaddled in LeMay.
They're going to forget the accent mark, and it's just going to go down that I was swaddled and lame for this whole round.
All right, let's get into round 4.
Yes, we've stalled enough. I feel like it's time. So these would be events that took place in the 1970s. All right, number 1. Jennifer and Michael are top baby names. Number 2. The VW Beetle surpasses Model T in sales. Number 3. The Stonewall Riots. Number 4. The first Chuck E. Cheese opens. Number 5. Mother Teresa wins the Nobel Peace Prize. Number 6. So it's My Lai? Is that correct? My Lai? Some kind of massacre. My Lai or My Lai?
Whenever that happened.
Yeah, My Lai. It's Vietnamese.
My Lai. Okay.
I was gonna ask you, but I didn't want to seem like a dick.
It's okay.
Because he writes trivia, right? That's why you.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's really good at trivia.
Cool. Number 7. Agatha Christie's final novel published. Number 8, Bonnie and Clyde released. Number 9, Wheel of Fortune debuts. Number 10, Son of Sam killings. Number 11, Queen Latifah is born. Number 12, Marvin Gaye murdered. All right. Well, I'm going to read.
A lot of these are really sunshiny, huh?
Yeah. The 70s was a great decade. Lots of good stuff happened. None of it's on this list. I'll give you guys
have 30 seconds. Sorry to steal your thunder.
No, it's okay. I feel like I've talked enough.
You have.
I know.
30 seconds.
Ooh.
I'm locked in.
I believe I'm locked in as well.
I'm locked in.
I should really just go get my D12 for this.
I was really young
like.
for most of
Yeah,
this.
right.
And I wasn't responsible for very much of it either, but I'm locked in.
All right, everyone's locked in.
All right. Here we go. Starting with number 1, we're going to start with Joe this time. Jennifer and Michael are top baby names. What did you say?
I said yes.
Okay, Dustin?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
And Erin?
Yes.
And that was yes.
Every single year of the 70s, that was the number 1 names for boys and girls.
I believe it.
Glad my parents were interesting.
Number 2, VW Beetle surpasses Model T in sales. Joe, what did you say?
I said yes.
Dustin?
Also, yes, with the same facial expression Joe just had.
Greg?
Yes.
And Erin?
Also yes.
And that was yes. It happened in 1972. Number 3, Stonewall Riots. Joe?
I said no.
Dustin?
I think no, but I wrote it in late. Yes.
Okay, Greg?
I said yes.
And Erin?
I also think no.
So this happened in 1969. So it is a no. Number 4, the first Chuck E. Cheese opens. Joe?
I said yes.
Dustin?
Yes.
Greg?
I said no.
And Erin?
Good old Charles Entertainment. I said yes.
Yep, it happened in 1977. Number 5, the Mother Teresa Nobel Peace Prize. Joe?
I said yes.
Dustin?
No.
Greg?
I said yes.
And Erin?
I said yes.
This happened in 1979. So yes.
Look at those colors. That was totally a 70s baby.
Number 8, the My Lai Massacre. Joe?
No.
Dustin?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
And Erin?
Yes.
And this happened in 1968. So it's a no.
I know it.
Where are we at? 7. All right, number 7, Agatha Christie's final novel published. Joe?
I said yes.
Dustin?
I said yes.
Greg?
Yes.
And Erin?
Nope.
This was in 1976, so yes. Number 8, Bonnie and Clyde released. Joe?
I said yes.
Dustin?
I thought it was 97 Bonnie and Clyde, me and my daughter. But I said yes.
Okay. Greg?
You.
Greg?
I said no.
And Erin?
I said yes.
This was in 1967, so no.
Oh.
They were released from prison, or the film was released?
The film. I can't believe you guys didn't hear
just
the italics.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I had not that it made a difference, but I assume we're released from prison, but that's not, I don't know anything about Bonnie and Clyde.
They would have been shot to death,
Yes.
so either way.
They didn't make
Yeah.
it. Spoiler alert for the film.
They don't make it.
Damn it, Ken.
All right.
The real spoiler is Gene Hackman with hair.
Well, let's move on to number 9, Wheel of Fortune debuts. Joe, what did you say?
I said yes.
Dustin?
No.
Greg?
I said yes.
And Erin?
I said no.
1975, so yes.
God damn it.
It's a very 70s thing to spin a giant shiny wheel, I think.
Yeah, and then win a silver Dalmatian or
Yeah,
whatever
right.
the prizes were at the end.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they do serve really dumb prizes.
Yeah, lots of dumb prizes.
Now they have minis.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are crapping on my decade on purpose.
Well, I'm sure it was great. Something else great from the 70s, the Son of Sam killings. What a segue. Joe, what do you say?
I said yeah.
Dustin?
Gonna regret it, but I said no.
Greg?
I said no.
And Erin?
I said yes.
Dustin regretting it, 1976. So that's a yes. Damn. Number 11, Queen Latifah is born. Joe?
I believe I said no on this one.
Dustin?
crossed it out, so no.
All right, Greg.
I said yes.
And Erin.
I said no.
1970. So
Ooh.
yes.
I'm trying really hard to avoid the second hard F, but it's gonna come out of me in this round.
Well, number 12, Marvin Gaye murdered. Joe.
Yeah, I said a no.
Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
I said no.
And Erin.
I said yes.
This happened in 1984.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
He was shot on his birthday by his dad, which was also Christmas.
I knew all the rest of that stuff, but not the year.
80s, yeah.
Well, he had Sexual Healing, which was a hit in like 82 or 3, so that would have been a point of reference if you could think of one.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, what are the scores after that round?
Okay. After a so far record 7 in that round, Joe jumps up into first with 22. Erin and Greg have 24. Erin and Greg have 22 apiece, and Dustin has 20.
All right.
Guess who else just set a record?
You know what? You did. You only got 4 that round. That's the worst record so far.
Oh, jeez.
So being in the 70s was a detriment to the 70s question, apparently.
I'd like to know, I'm going to demand an explanation later, why my parents didn't tell me more about Son of Sam when I was 2.
Round 5 category is book series with at least 150 million total sales. You guys read books? Is this not a good
Not if I can
category?
help it.
I don't
Hang on one
count
sec.
them.
Okay. You're not one of the giving those $150 million.
I have a new strategy for this round.
Okay. We'll see how that
Google.
plays out.
Who's the hell are you going to blow air to?
All right.
Yeah, no magic 8-ball.
Let's talk
Book
books.
series with at least 150 million total sales.
Correct. Number 1, Goosebumps. Number 2, Twilight. Number 3, Star Wars. Number 4, A Song of Ice and Fire. Number 5, Robert Langdon. Number 6, 50 Shades of Grey. Number 7, The Hardy Boys. Number 8, The Babysitter's Club. Number 9, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Number 10, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Number 11, The Bernstein Bears. Really hard for me to say that. Number 12, Sweet Valley High.
That is really tough.
Mm-hmm. These all seem like books that would have a lot of sales.
You still have your D12 out?
That's what I'm rolling. Just for clarity, is that all of the Chicken Soup books? Like, I'm assuming it's all of the Goosebump books, or is it just the titles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, book series.
Okay.
Although Goosebumps would not count Fear Street. That's a different series. I'll give you that.
I'm locked in.
One of my regulars at Starbucks wrote a Chicken Soup for the Soul. It was called Chicken Soup for the Soul, and he just stole nice stories from the internet and put it in a book.
Probably sold real well with the 65 plus demographic.
It certainly did.
What is this internet's thing?
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I am too. 3 of my 4 picks were made by a die.
All right.
All right.
We're going to start with Dustin this time. Goosebumps. Dustin, what'd you say?
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Erin.
Yes.
And Joe.
I said yes.
And that was one of them. Yep.
I think there's 150 million books in the series, let alone multiple series.
All right. Number 2, Twilight. Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Erin.
I said no.
Joe.
I said yes.
And this was no.
Oh.
Surprisingly.
It's at about 130 million.
Wow.
Everyone was ashamed to buy them, so they just shared it among their friends.
Number 3, Star Wars. Dustin.
No.
Greg.
No.
Erin.
Yes.
And Joe.
I said yes.
And this was yes.
Nice.
Those expanded universe books sell really well.
There's also 1,000 of them.
For sure.
None of them are canon anymore either.
Yeah.
They've all been erased.
What a jerk move.
Number 4, A Song of Ice and Fire. Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Erin.
Yes.
And Joe.
I said yes.
This was no.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is a lot of words in those books. I get it.
Especially if you just watch the TV show now, so why read,
Yeah.
right?
Why bother?
Yeah, never select yes for something that has a visual component to it.
Really good advice, actually.
I hear there were movies of Star Wars. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so maybe it's not good advice.
All right, number 5, Robert Langdon, Dustin.
Wish I said yes, but I didn't.
All right, Greg.
Yes.
Aaron.
I said no because I've never even heard of this person.
Oh, you have. Don't worry. Joe. Yeah.
Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, Da Vinci Code.
Oh, yeah.
Angels and Demons.
Mm-hmm.
God, those books are so bad.
And Joe.
I said yes.
All right, and this was yes. I think Da Vinci Code sold like 100 million itself, didn't it? It was a huge book.
It was so infuriating because all of a sudden everyone was like a Bible scholar, and I'm like, no, you. I actually am a Bible scholar. This book is trash.
All right.
I would think gender studies scholars would especially dislike those books.
There were so many. Every person with an advanced degree disliked those books, I think.
Let's check out Erin's podcast where she reviews books. It's great. This one's trash.
It's called Throw the Book at Him.
Oh, that's good.
Patent pending.
Yep.
Number 6, 50 Shades of Grey, Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Erin.
I said no for the same reason I said Twilight is a no.
And Joe?
I said yes for the same reasons I liked.
This one was yes.
All right.
They're the best-selling ebooks of all time because nobody can judge what you're reading if they can't see the cover.
Oh.
A lot of sticky nooks. Never mind.
Sticky pages.
Oh, boo, Matt, boo. I liked you better when I thought you were a robot. Boo.
Number 7, The Hardy Boys, Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Speaking of Hardy Boys.
I think I'm getting a clue. No. Greg says no. Aaron.
I said yes.
And Joe.
I said yes.
And this was no.
Oh.
I think every individual library probably bought one of these and know people individually.
That's a good point.
I read like 3 of them when I was in like 3rd grade. That's it.
All right. Number 8, The Babysitters Club, Dustin.
It doesn't matter. I'm getting the 4 minimum, but no.
Okay. Greg.
I said yes.
Aaron.
I said yes.
And Joe.
I said no.
This was yes.
Surprised.
Number 9, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
I said yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
And Joe.
I said no.
This was a yes. And then number 10, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Dustin.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
And Joe.
I said yes.
This was a no.
Yeah.
There's a billion of it's only sold about 125, 130 million.
Yeah.
It's close, but not quite there.
All right. So the Bernstein Bears, Dustin.
If you said I mathematically have to get 4 points, then this is going to be a yes.
Okay. Greg.
I said no.
Aaron.
I also said no.
And Joe.
I said no.
This is a yes.
It mathematically had to be.
No spoilers, Dustin. Number 12. Number 12, Sweet Valley High, Dustin.
No.
Greg.
No.
Aaron.
Yes.
And Joe.
I said no.
This is a yes.
Wow.
None of y'all was ever a teenage girl.
You don't know.
It's true. The 70s were a different time.
70s.
All right. So our scores at the end of the green round. Joe with 28 points. Dustin with 24. Erin and Greg are going to have to go to a tie break with 27 each.
Oh.
So
Get in the ring with the loser.
we'll do the lock-in style that we did earlier. Greg's already a seasoned champ at this. Your question. While all of these animals are venomous, only the blue-ringed version of what sea creature is known to be deadly to humans? You have 10 seconds.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Greg, what did you guess?
I said octopus.
And Erin?
I said sea urchin.
Correct answer. is octopus. So Erin will be going to the showdown against Dustin.
Oh, this was for the showdown. I thought that was the showdown.
No.
There's a showdown for the showdown.
So, Greg is 2 for 2.
Against Dustin.
I know.
So who is Brandon Lee and who is Dolph Lundgren in this showdown at Little Tokyo?
Dolph Lundgren is definitely Erin.
I agree.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not saying that I want Dustin to get shot and die.
No, don't be offended.
Yes. If he dies, he dies.
It means I have the prettier hair, but you can lift way more weight than I can.
And also maybe has a master's in engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
For the record, on that last round that I got 4 on, I have a master's in children's books.
So we are now heading to the showdown. Showdown music. What action star has appeared in 3 different film franchises since 2002 in at least 3 appearances, playing characters named Frank Martin, Lee Christmas, and Deckard Shaw?
Good strong names.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Christmas.
Not Lloyd Christmas. But Dumb and Dumber, right? Nailed it.
All right, that is time. Dustin, do you have a guess?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And Erin?
I also wrote Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
In, respectively, The Transporter, The Expendables, and The Fast and the Furious, that is Jason Statham.
Yep.
Stop watching him after the Guy Ritchie movies.
Number 2. In the English Premier League, what does the abbreviation QPR stand for? That is time. Erin, do you have a guess?
I don't. I just wrote QPR and stared at it for 10 seconds.
And Dustin?
I wrote Queen's Premier Rugby.
You are 1/3 of the way there. It is Queen's Park Rangers.
Oh.
Number 3. Sorry, what was that? Okay. Number 3. What popular app came under fire in 2018 as it was reported that the data bundles they sent to third-party companies may have contained its users' HIV statuses?
Locked in.
Okay.
Can I use my challenge?
Yeah. He hasn't locked in or said an answer yet. Dustin, do you have a guess?
Snapchat.
And Erin?
Grinder.
Grinder is correct. Erin will get 2 points.
Gonna miss you guys.
Oh.
Oh no.
You're not gonna hit yourself.
Sad Dustin.
Question number 4. A favorite for every drunk girl doing karaoke in the Midwest, what alcoholic tune was the nostalgic lead single off country artist Deanna Carter's 1996 debut album? It's time. Erin, do you have a guess?
Nope.
Dustin?
I need to remember about this challenge thing. I put Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
The correct answer is Strawberry Wine.
That was lovely.
I'll
Thank
take
you.
your word that that's a thing.
Number 5. Later turned into a cult hit musical off-Broadway, what half-human creature was a long-running character on the cover of the Weekly World News tabloid magazine since 1992?
I'm going to try the challenge here.
Right? Dustin's locked in and challenged. Did.
Also locked in.
Erin, what did you guess?
Bat Boy.
And Dustin?
I'd like that challenge back.
You also went Bat Boy?
Yeah, I went Bat Boy. She has a good poker face.
Never challenge
Yes.
Erin on musicals.
So Erin gets 2 points. Dustin gets 1. Number 6. Though there is no historical evidence among ancient accounts, it's widely accepted that what city, destroyed by Rome in the Third Punic War, had salt scattered all over its grounds?
Locked in.
Lock in.
Erin, what did you guess?
Jericho.
Jericho. And Dustin?
Carthage.
Correct answer is Carthage.
Better answer.
Number 7. Which Sex and the City character is an art dealer who believes in fairy tale romance and ends up marrying her divorce lawyer, a short, bald man she initially found repulsive?
That's weird. Neil did the same
Do you
thing.
know this one?
I definitely know this one.
You're such a Samantha, you know that?
Locked in.
All right. Dustin, do you have a guess?
Miranda.
Aaron.
Carrie?
Ooh.
Correct answer is Charlotte York.
Charlotte.
Is Samantha even a character on that show?
Yeah.
Samantha's
Okay.
the
All right,
slutty
just
one.
making sure.
So I had it down to Carrie and Samantha, and you said Samantha, no one flinched. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to game theory this out a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
Kristen
is
Davis.
Is this a fourth different person that you're talking about? Or
Yes.
was she right?
No one got it right.
Okay.
Charlotte
No, I was
was the
wrong.
correct answer.
Yeah, Kristen Davis,
Is there
Charlotte.
Carrie?
Carrie is Sarah Jessica Parker.
Okay. Also
Samantha is Kim Cattrall. And
so on and so on.
Miranda's played by Cynthia Nixon.
And
Running
Question-
for the Senate.
Question number 8. The city of Istanbul in Turkey straddles both sides of what waterway?
It's very sensual.
I'm locked in.
It's been a weird game.
That's time. Dustin, do you have a guess?
The Bosporus Strait.
And Aaron?
I said, and I have not gotten to waterways yet on my app. I said the Strait of Hormuz. Is that a thing?
Correct. That is a thing. The correct answer is the Bosporus Strait.
Nice, dude.
What elemental number is Bosporus?
Good,
Jeff
Neil's back.
you see Jeff just raising a dagger behind Neil.
Not at all. I adore Neil.
He would
will
pull
just
up
not.
Brutus and stab
We
you
all
in the
do.
back.
I would stab you in the front, Neil.
Oh, that's respectful. Number 9. In the 14th century, Sir John Mandeville released a wildly popular book of his travels. Maybe its most famous contribution to the world, though, is his highly inaccurate description of a reptile, in which he says, quote, "These serpents slay men and eat them weeping," which is the origin of what phrase?
Locked in.
That's time. Aaron, do you have a guess?
No, and I know it's going to bug me because I love this kind of question.
Dustin, what's your guess?
Crocodile tears.
Correct answer is crocodile tears.
Oh, that's so cool.
It is.
That's such a great
I wanted to know the
response.
origin of that, and then I was like, oh, that's a
There's
question.
nothing. There's nothing better than when you get something wrong and you're like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah, I still learned something. That's really cool.
All right, and we are at question 10. Gas cans, frog skins, garage rocks, flak jackets, and Holbrooks have all been popular designs of sunglasses manufactured by what company?
Locked in.
That's time. Dustin, do you have a guess?
Oakley.
Aaron,
I said Ray-Ban.
correct answer is Oakley. And with a 4-point comeback, Dustin has won the showdown.
I so wanted to write Ray-Ban instead.
Yeah, me too.
Whoa.
Wait, I did write Ray-Ban.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
did
the
not
answer
want
was
to write
Oakley.
that.
Yeah, no,
The dumb answer I wrote was right, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
At
You got
the
it.
time, I thought it was.
That was an incredible comeback by Dustin.
Yeah, nice work, dude.
Yeah, real fight
Thanks.
to the finish there.
Yeah, Dustin thought he was dematerializing, and he said he didn't feel so good. But then all of a sudden, his game face came on.
Yeah,
You know what?
I've been
Spoilers,
nervous
dude.
because Thanos is right behind him the whole time.
You know what happened? It's like the Earth Angel song. Like the series of events changed it just enough. He phased back in. So
Earth Angel. All right, so Dustin, you did an excellent job. Aaron, do you have any final words before we kill you in the kumite?
Nope, sure don't. This was a lot of fun, though. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for playing.
No, this was so wonderful. We feel terrible that Chong Li broke you over his knee, but you did get a good few licks in there with some punches to the face. You made him angry, and we really appreciate your support and joining us for this. Well, I guess this is the third or fourth week. So thank you for being here for 3
Third
weeks.
week.
Yeah,
We don't even know what week it is.
And on the countdown from 3, we should give her a kumite.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll let Neil do it.
3, 2, 1.
Kumite. Check out Orange Cat Trivia as well.
Orange
guys.
Cat Trivia.
Orange Cat.
Right meow, guys. Right meow. Thank you, Erin.
Bye, Erin.
Take care.
All right, and with that, we are down to our final 3 competitors. It's coming down to Joe, Greg, and Dustin.
This is pretty exciting. We knew this 3 weeks ago that we were going to get down to 3 people. We didn't realize it was going to be this stressful and dramatic, but what a great final 3.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to think of some trash talk for next week, start writing that down and get this triple threat going.
Yeah.
That was Triviality. Bloodsport.
Things are different than the way I remember them. But they're not, are they? It's still the same. God, this place still stinks from greed. Those who have it, and those who want it.
Dad, you want to lighten up a second?
You know who ruins this world, Danny? The greedy. That's it.